Woot woot. Oh God, I suck. Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about some friggin' goals. Goals I had for 2024, where we stand on those, where we probably will stand. It's not quite the end of the year yet, but most of them I've accomplished, so that's good. And then we will jump into what my 2025 goals are. So my 2024 goals that I had, I was trying to be on a low buy in general and definitely with books. And I will say, I think I did pretty good with that. What was my actual fucking goal? Jesus, Joshana. I don't believe I set an actual like dollar amount that I wanted to be under, but what I did do, how much I spent versus how much I saved, because I used the library a bit more this year. And I spent, so last year it was like $1,200 that I spent on books, and I was like, let's cut that down. I definitely did. Love that for me. I cut it down to $483 is how much I spent on books this year. And honestly, it would have been quite a bit less if I was able to cancel my Goldsboro membership, but I'm not yet. So I probably will still cancel it, I think, for a while at least. I don't know. Just because I have so many of them and I've only read 2 of them, and I haven't been obsessed with the 2 that I did read from Goldsboro. So yeah, I just want to kind of pause on that. So yeah, it would have been even less because that's like $34 a month. I skipped the most I could. I think it's 3 is the most you can skip, and I did skip 3, but yeah, it would have been a lot less. And I saved $321 by using the library, so yay, love that for me. I definitely met that goal. And then I wanted to read 5 nonfiction, and I did meet that goal as well. I think just barely. Yeah, I read 5 nonfiction, exactly, so. And then I wanted to complete / catch up with 7 series. I definitely did that because I actually completed 7 series and caught up with 9. Woot woot. And then a goal of picking up 40 owned unread books. So reading from the books I had existing on my shelves at the beginning of 2024. And the 2 years before that, I think I had been having a goal of 30, and I upped it to 40, and I met it. I actually went over by 1 so far, and I might still get to another one by the end of the year, perhaps, so it might end up being like 42, 43. It's December 19th right now, so I know I will read at least 1 more book by the end of the year, and whether or not it'll be one from my shelves, who's to say? But I met the goal. And then my yearly reading goal, just general reading goal of reading 50 books, definitely met that. I always set that low kind of on purpose. Currently, I have 79 books read in the year. Another goal I had, this is for just channel stuff, was to be more consistent with posting my month in a minute vlogs, my like 30-second vlogs. And yeah, I have them though. Last year, I just like fell off the face of the planet with it's an app that I use, the 1 Second Every Day app. And I just fell off the face of the planet with even like utilizing the app. This year I've been hit or miss consistent with using the app, but every month I have like completed whatever I could and exported the video. I just haven't been good about actually posting them here on my channel. So I will have my like end of the year little yearly vlog thing to do. It'll just be a bunch that you haven't even seen for this last half of the year. And then I always do, or the last couple years anyway, I've done this kind of pile of possibilities, TBR. I do not like having obligation reading. If you're new here, I like to be lazy. And it's not even being lazy. It's just like giving myself like a finite list. Like, these are the books you're gonna read this year. I don't know why, just mentally it like stresses me, and I'll just be like, no, I don't wanna. And I do put them on a little spreadsheet for like which month, but I'm very loosey-goosey with it. I allow myself to like, oh, I didn't get to that one this month. I'm gonna move it. And I DNF all the time, and some of them I just am like, I lost interest in, I'm just gonna unhaul it anyway. But yeah, the pile of possibilities is all books that are on my owned shelves, my owned TBR, that just, I do like to have kind of a list to help keep them at the forefront of my mind, so that I don't go a whole year being like, oh yeah, fuck, that book over there that I like totally forgot about, that I wanted to read really bad. We all want to read all the books really bad, of course. That's why they're on my shelves in the first place. But I just do this to try to help myself, like, stay motivated, I guess. And for 2024, I had 19 books total at the beginning of the year on my pile of possibilities. I got through 16 of them. A few DNFs for sure. One that I just kind of lost interest in, but then the rest I finished. And the 3 that were on the list last year that will continue to be on the list this year because I did not get to them. The Last Stormlord by Glenda Larkey. Little mass market paperback fantasy that I've had for a couple of years, and just, if I don't get to it this year, I'm gonna unhaul it. And then The Lost Queen by Signe Pike. And then The Rebel by J.R. Trask. This one is just intimidating me because it's so thick. Moving into the other ones that I currently have added to the list. One is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. The Beginning Place by Ursula K. Le Guin. Figured it wouldn't hurt to put a small one on the list. Thinking ahead, trying to help myself out. Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. This is another one. I've had this for several years. If I don't read it this year, it's going away. The Prince of the Skies by Antonio Iturbe, based on the true story of the author of The Little Prince, whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce right now. The Binding by Bridget Collins. The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. Hip Hop is History by Questlove. This is a newer one. I'm just very keen to get to it soon. The Buried Giant by Kazuo Ishiguro. My Dear Henry by Kaylin Bayron. And this one might be cheating because it's one that's part of this project that Elle and Roger and I are doing. It's the recommendation from Elle that I'm going to read that I have owned for a while. But Engines of Empire by R.S. Ford. And that's only 11, so I don't know. I might add some more, but that's the current list for my pile of possibilities. And I think I did have some other ones actually on the 2024 one. Oh yeah, I need to remove this one. I had Upon a Burning Throne, but that's one that I think I'm just gonna unhaul that book. I still think I would probably really like it, but the fact that the rest of the series, literally everyone I know who's read that first book and loved it and continued on has told me, like, don't. And it's kind of a letdown. And I'm just like, I don't know if I wanna do that, you know? Okay, no, that was the only other one, was Upon a Burning Throne. So I completed it by 75%. For my Storygraph challenge that I had for this. I'm trying to think of any other goals I have. One thing for my channel is paying more attention to, like, doing anything for my channel memberships. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have the Discord that, like, hardly anybody is even in, and I just suck at remembering that it exists. I did change my channel memberships to just the one tier of, like, $1 a month because of the fact that, like, I am a bum and I suck at trying to, like, do stuff all the time for it. But I think what I want to do is just, like, have some videos here and there, maybe like some vlogs here and there that either are just for channel members or maybe like just doing more like early release for channel members. That would just require me to edit my videos sooner than the night before. So that's a challenge. Oh God, I suck. Maybe just doing more like polls for recommendations that channel members can vote on, things like that, like stuff I'm gonna read soon. So that's a goal that I have, definitely, to just do a little bit more, be a little more active with that. Not to like go crazy and have other tiers again, but just to make it a little bit worth your while. And for reading, once again, for 2025, I'm going to set my goal at 50 books. I am going to continue to try to keep it low buy, try to just use my store credit for things, gifts, and purchases saved for most of the time books that I know I really want, sequels that are coming out, maybe auto by authors with new things coming out, stuff like that. I'm gonna keep my owned, unread goal at picking up 40 of the owned books I have on my shelves. And I would like to do some more like individual reviews. That was something I started thinking about last year. Like, there are certain books and I'm like, oh God, I should do an individual review of that. They don't do that well immediately. None of my videos do that well, though, let's be real. But like, they're more evergreen and they're nice for people who like later on come to YouTube to try to find. You know, I think a lot of people have found older videos of mine and found my channel that way through those types of evergreen videos. So probably we'll try to do some more of that too. I'm not setting any kind of number around it, but that's a loosey-goosey goal. Pretty much all my goals are loosey-goosey goals because I am not in the habit of stressing myself out. And I don't know, I think it's good to have like goals in mind and like to be working toward bettering yourself or things about your life or, you know, your channel or whatever you want to do. But I'm just not about the hustle culture and I don't support it for myself at all. And I think we all could just be kinder to ourselves, you know? And like, I've never been someone to my detriment sometimes, like with school. I was always a very good student, but like studying, if I was studying and I got to a point of like, I'm done, I'm not learning anything else, I would just be done. And I would have friends who just would be like stressing themselves, staying up all night. I just gotta keep studying. I gotta keep doing the things and like doing all, like just killing themselves to just keep cramming information in their brains, you know, right up until the test or whatever. And I just was always like, no, I'm done. And being so hard on themselves too, like people being really, especially with stuff like this, it's my hobby channel. And if you have a YouTube channel, even if you're doing it kind of for more income and you're making a little money and you do have some goals to like get more revenue coming in from it, like that's great and that's fine. And like, you know, do you. But don't like put your self-worth into it. Don't put your self-worth into how many views you get or don't get or how well a video does or doesn't do and what's wrong with me as a person. Like, let's be nicer to ourselves. Okay, folks? That's really all I have for now. I probably forgot something, but I don't think I did. That pretty much covers it. Let me know what some goals you have for yourself are, or how are you regarding goals? Are you loosey-goosey and fine with it? Do you find yourself being a little too hard on yourself if you don't meet certain goals and beating yourself up? And are you trying to work on that? You should. Have that be a goal if you're one of those people, of being kinder to yourself. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day and a happy new year, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.